Ohayou gozaimasu, everyone, and good morning from Hiroshima, Japan. My name is Heidi, and I am so excited to be taking over ITA's Instagram stories today to take you on a day in the life of an ALT on the JET program here in Hiroshima. So I am going to quickly introduce myself. I am 32 years old. I took the 11-week online TEFL course back in 2019 over the course of the pandemic. At the time, I was a full-time flight attendant. So for anyone looking to make a career switch, this is a very doable course when you're working full-time. I also took the very helpful and highly recommended Foundations of English Grammar course before I moved out here. So if you have any questions about that one, please ask that as well. But again, I'm with the JET program here teaching senior high school. I want to address why I'm here in Japan. Initially, Japan was my target country. I used to live out here about a decade ago, and I just fell in love with it. So no matter where in the world I just knew I had to come back. So I was really excited when I was accepted to the JET program. I have been here in Hiroshima only for about 5 months. I got here in August, the end of July, August. So I was a 2023 shortlisted participant. So please, if you have any questions about the JET program in particular, and whether you've put in an application for 2024 or are considering it for 2025, please feel free to reach out. I know that the interview and acceptance process is quite long. So I'm quickly going to share my apartment with you guys. It's a 2DK, which means there are 2 bedrooms, a dining room, and a kitchen. So it's very fast because it's very small. Okay, so starting here at the Genkan, this is our kitchen and dining room area here. Little bathroom, of course, we've got our washer in here and a separate shower and toilet area. This is my room, pretty decent size. This is the only air-conditioned unit and heater. And then this room here is the tatami room, traditional tatami room. I've kind of used it as an all-purpose room for guests and also as my living room. So good storage, closets, nice little place. So for anyone who may not know how the JET program works, you will already know your placement before you get here. So I found out that I was accepted into the program in March and got my placement details in May. So you'll know where you're going. You'll already kind of be in contact with your people before you even get here. So no stress about that. It's just getting into the program really is the hard part. And then you will automatically have a job somewhere in Japan. We are in Hiroshima City now, and it's difficult to think and talk about Hiroshima without discussing what happened here in 1945. So I think as part of my takeover today, it's very important for me to bring you to the A-bomb dome, which is one of the only structures that partially survived the atomic bombing on August 6th, 1945. So I'm coming up on that right now, and I'll show you a couple things, give you some facts, but this is a very important part of the history of Hiroshima. We are in Hiroshima City now, and it's difficult to think and talk about Hiroshima without discussing what happened here in 1945. So I think as part of my takeover today, it's very important for me to bring you to the A-bomb dome, which is one of the only structures that partially survived the atomic bombing on August 6th, 1945. So I'm coming up on that right now, and I'll show you a couple things, give you some facts, but this is a very important part of the history of Hiroshima. All right, so on August 6th, 1945 at 8:15, the US dropped the first of their 2 atomic bombs on Hiroshima City. And the bomb itself and the lasting effects of the radiation and the heat and the burns and everything that happened to the people who were here at the time killed over 140,000 people. So it's a really dark part of the past of Hiroshima City, in Hiroshima in general. And of course, most people think of this when they think of Hiroshima. So this used to be an exhibition hall, and the government decided to preserve this building as a reminder. It became a World Heritage Site and a symbol for peace. So this entire area over here is the Hiroshima Peace Park, which I highly recommend visiting if you ever come to Hiroshima. There's a really poignant museum and lots of other monuments in the park itself. So about 600 meters above where I'm standing now is where the bomb detonated, sending temperatures of, it says 3,000 to 4,000. All right, so I am back home and I'm going to be catching up on some questions before I end this takeover today. So this question is interesting because I haven't figured that out yet, but you can't stay on the JET program for more than 5 years. It's meant to be a temporary program. The purpose behind it is to promote exchange. And so part of that is eventually leaving Japan and going and sharing your experience and what you learned here. So a lot of people that I've heard that have stayed have met someone here and gotten married and done work here, or they've gotten hired at their local board of education, or they found another teaching job elsewhere in the country. And I do want to expand just a little bit on what I mean. So some examples are respect, understanding the huge emphasis put on respect in society here. It's very different than in America. Paying bills here is a whole thing. You pay them through wire transfers, or you just go to the konbini, the convenience store, and pay them there. Every bill I feel like is different. You have to learn all that. Not knowing the language is a huge thing, and I am learning Japanese, but it's taking a while. And one thing you probably wouldn't expect is the trash here. If you know, you know, but Japan has a very rigorous trash system that is different for every single city. So learning the trash system and being respectful of the trash system is a whole process. I like this question a lot, and the simple answer is the thing that I like most about JET are all of the people I've gotten to meet and the community that you get with being part of the JET community. I got to meet people before I even left my town that were going out of my consulate, and I got to meet people at the orientation they hold as soon as you get to Tokyo. And here in Hiroshima, there are, for first years, like 3 orientations or 2. I don't even know. I was very oriented in the beginning, and I've gotten to meet some really great people, and the networking is great. You meet people at Tokyo orientation that are going to be in a completely different part of Japan than you, and you've already made connections. So the friends that I've made in such a short amount of time is 100% the best part of JET. I love this community. Well, it's getting late here, and that means it's about time for me to wrap up this takeover. And it certainly has been a pleasure showing you around Hiroshima today, telling you about my placement, and sharing a little bit about the JET program. If for some reason you still have questions, or maybe you didn't get a chance to ask your questions, I will leave my personal Instagram account right here. Feel free to message me and ask those questions. I would be so happy to be a part of helping you in whatever your dreams are with TEFL. So thanks so much to ITA for allowing me to do this today, and good luck with whatever you guys are choosing to pursue. Bye.